Hello and welcome to this episode of Don't Drink Alone. We are your hosts. I'm Bill Wallace, and to my right is the lovely...
I'm Sarah Wallace.
Wow, that works out so well. Perfect. Thanks so much for joining us. We have heard from literally dozens of you that you actually watch this. That's so cool.
I mean, we're up to 12. I mean,
No,
that's
plural.
good,
Dozens
right?
is like, we're at least 24.
Really?
Yeah, I think, it's... I know.
Man.
Thanks so much.
Let's add some pressure.
No, not that much pressure. We're all right. But yeah, we have a ton of fun doing this, and would love to hear any wines that you'd love for us to drink. We will make that sacrifice for you, but for us...
Are they going to supply them? Because
there you go.
I've heard some whining
Yeah.
from one person in particular
Really?
that they can't get all these wines at their Costco.
Oh, yes. Well, actually, that's a good segue into what we're going to be drinking today, because today we're going to be drinking a Washington Syrah.
Well,
Cheers to you, because Washington does the best Syrah in
Well, yes.
all of the world, and we're going to talk about that.
do you
a little
really
bit.
think so?
Absolutely, I absolutely do.
Okay.
And so,
I mean,
we're going to try some of it together and
Yes.
talk about why Washington makes such a good Syrah. And the rest of you, sucks to be you, I guess. There you go.
we can only drink what we can get.
We can only
so
drink what we can get,
I'm sorry.
unless you want to bring it. All right.
Yeah,
So,
totally.
first off,
Okay, we're just trying it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a bubble.
Interesting. All right.
Sorry,
So we are drinking K. Vintner's K. Syrah. This is their little Syrah. They've got a number of excellent wines. They are a wonderful local Washington winery. This is a 2016.
Yeah.
So again, if you live in Washington, if you go to Costco, you're going to be able to find this. This is their entry-level one, like what we talked about last time on the George Clooney scale. This is Facts of Life.
Oh man, it's better than Facts of
Life.
Life.
It's better than Facts of Life? All right.
It's way
all
better
right.
than George Clooney and Facts of Life.
It's Ocean's 12. Is it...
I don't remember. Did I like 12 or 13 better?
You like 13 better.
Really? Then it might be 12.
Okay, all right.
Which isn't bad. It was still good.
Still,
because, I mean,
again,
still,
any George Clooney movie
Yes,
is good. It's just kind of
exactly.
what's the scale.
it's still a good Syrah.
Still a good Syrah.
The name's a little...
The fact that it's literally called K.
It's a
Syrah.
little eye-rolly to me, but I get past that.
A little bit. Well, again, part of our thought here in this whole process is to find wine that you can end up drinking with other things that pairs really well with other things. Syrahs often actually pair really well with some heavier foods, and so we had spaghetti, so we got a little bread, and we've got our red sauce from that, we've got some stinky cheese, we've got some chocolates as well. But yeah, let's talk about why Washington is such a different place to find and drink wine than, say, I don't know, Arizona.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that. You want to try the stinky cheese first?
Sure.
All right, we'll do that as we chat. So, yeah, you can find wine anywhere. You can find wine like in the Midwest. They even make wine in the Midwest.
I don't know if I'd drink that.
I don't know if I drink it either, but
A good Minnesota wine. I'm sorry, I can't even say that with a straight face.
it was really cute. Very curious. All right. Oh, interesting. So you can grow wine grapes anywhere. I think most people that are watching this probably know. Again, wine from Europe is often considered the standard. Italy, Spain, France. And then for much of America thinks of Napa Valley in California as the best place for wine. But we live in Washington. We've been really fortunate to be able to explore a lot of different Washington wines. And we would say, I think, that we prefer Washington wine over all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
I know your palate kind of gets used to it because it's what we drink.
Oopsie.
I'm glad I can see your footwear.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but I really prefer Washington wines. They're really good. They are.
They are really good. Washington wine is excellent. And it's exactly that. I mean, that's the thing about all of this, is we keep saying, hey, if you like it, drink it.
Right.
I mean, we can mock some cheap wines, and we can try some really expensive wines that neither of us would really, really like. But yeah, so much of it is there are certain tendencies for different areas and how they make wine. And if that's the only wine that you ever tried, either you're going to love it or you think, well, all this wine is crap because it all smells like sneaky socks. Like a Pinot Noir or like a French wine or whatever it might be. So Syrah is a pretty tough grape to do. A lot of people try, but Washington, in terms of the terroir, the growing climate and all those things like that, I think it does Syrah better than anybody else. So if you're going to try a Syrah, why waste your time getting a California Syrah?
I mean, yeah.
No, right? Why go to Australia and their off-brand Syrahs? Don't do that. No, get the best of the best. Get a Washington Syrah.
I mean,
what do you think with this?
I did try it. Then we started talking.
Did you? Sorry, did I distract you?
No, I mean, I think it brought out a little more flavor in the wine.
Yeah, it did, but not a ton.
Yeah.
I actually expected more.
Really?
Yeah. From that. We're going to try a pear next.
Okay.
Pear is going to be a pretty subtle flavor.
Yeah,
I mean,
this
with the Syrah. I don't know that it'll add much at all.
Well, see, I'm going to try a little before.
But it's a yummy pear, so. Oh, wow, it's already actually very distinctive. Okay. Ooh.
That's a good pear.
Yeah, it is a good pear. Totally agree. Curious what you think it does when you pair it.
A little smoother.
Get it? When you
oh my gosh. I didn't hear it until you did that, and I. No, I should just.
Right.
No, you're funny.
Most podcasts you have to pay for stuff like that. You guys get it for free.
So lucky. Yeah, and actually, I think it improves the finish of the wine.
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised. Because I don't know that I would normally say this about a Syrah. But yeah, little smooth pear actually really goes really well with this one, with K. Yeah. More so than the cheese, which is actually much more my go-to.
Oh, the pear makes it. Of course, I haven't tried it again because I'm just eating the pear, but.
Yeah, you're just enjoying the pear?
It's really good.
Very good. Bet you wish you had some. Yeah, the problem with Washington.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's all right. So the problem with Washington wine is that it's not as well known. You can't get it everywhere. So if you live in the Midwest, if you live in the Southwest, something like that, you're going to be dominated by California wine, international wine, French wine, stuff like that. And that's all really, really good too, of course. But yeah, they're bred differently. California wine in particular, California Cab, it's just
so different.
So big, it's so bold. It actually isn't meant to be paired with anything. It's just meant to
overpowers everything.
Yeah, blow you up.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan, but
whereas that is one of the things where I think Washington wines they're not very similar to say French wines in terms of taste, but I think they're similar in that they're meant to be paired, that they're meant to go with something. All right.
I'm going to drink this long. I don't have a problem with that.
No problem whatsoever.
It's Syrah.
Trying with the red meat sauce, homemade by the chef.
Well, the bread.
The bread was homemade.
Sauce is partly homemade.
Homemade. Oh, give yourself some credit. Wow. Okay. Really curious what you think about that now. Wow.
Dude, you gotta stop saying wow and stuff. Because then
there's so much pressure on you to get this right. Don't screw this up. All of our listeners, our dozens of listeners will be like, Sarah,
she got it wrong again. Wow. And I literally just had bread. The bread's really good. The bread's yummy. They needed a little more sauce.
The bread's very good. Yes, made with love. Tender care and love.
That's how I make everything.
Oh. Interesting. Will she get it, listeners? Will she get it?
Maybe I'm right and you're wrong.
No, that could be true.
So I think the pear smoothed it out a little bit more,
Mhm.
and this one made it have a little more like zing.
I think
How'd I
I
do?
very much agree with that. Yeah.
Not like, you know.
No, it really didn't bring out, say, all that much more acidity, or, yeah, from a flavorful standpoint. Yeah, I thought it was really interesting. It was the pear by far is the best out of all those. And again, Syrah, one of the reasons why we like drinking them is that they really can be
Yeah,
just on their own.
yeah, they're just.
They don't need to be paired with
Standalone.
anything. That is really fun. But we had a Syrah earlier. Not that we had a lot of
No, this wasn't.
wine.
I mean, this is totally our first glass of wine tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. But we had that earlier with the red sauce, and I thought it went really well. But now, actually trying it in this type of a format, I'm realizing, man, maybe we just should have eaten fruit all night. And,
I will say, doing this after dinner was a little like, oof, I gotta eat more food, and I can drink more wine after dinner.
Well, that's never an issue, yeah.
Eating more food after dinner. I wasn't sure I could do it, but a little bites, all right.
You managed so far. Excellent. So for anybody that's watching from around the area, again, it's fun to experiment. We have a few French wines here on our shelf. We rarely have a California one. We
Yeah,
actually
rarely.
that's just not
No.
our game from that standpoint. But it is fun because you're gonna get something really, really different. But it is kind of good to know what you're getting into. Yeah, if you're going French, if you're going Italian, if you're going Spanish, almost always want to do that with food. Those really are designed from that standpoint. Yeah, California, yeah, get ready to get popped in the face, right? Like,
They're so big. I mean, I'm sure there are some. I know there are some really great California cabs because we've had some.
Yeah.
You know, but I feel like you have to go way higher up in the price point before it's punch you in the face.
Yeah.
It's like cop surgery to me. Most California cabs.
Yeah.
It's just they're too much.
I think I agree. And yeah, and they're designed that way. They're bred that way. They're designed to have a huge alcohol content. They're designed to be really fruit forward, really jammy. Because yeah, that's what people have come to expect from a Napa Valley cab. But from that standpoint, I don't think it's very balanced. And I think the Washington cabs in general are better.
Totally do.
But I wouldn't say that necessarily about Washington. On the whole, that our cabs are better. I would just say that our Syrahs are better. All right.
I was gonna share that with you, but clearly you're gonna just.
I'm gonna eat this
one bite
whole chocolate. Look at this, viewers.
I mean, I don't mean to beat a dead horse because I know I said this probably the last two podcasts. It's like a 3-bite chocolate right here. You just like cram that whole thing in your mouth, and now.
Delicious. So much better. That's one giant bite.
Be careful with that whole conversation. So.
I know, just ignoring all that, just letting that go. Just let it all go there. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Stop it. See, now I have to take another bite before I can take a drink. Okay.
Are you sure? Whew. Okay. A lot of pressure.
None. That's interesting.
I would agree. Do you want me to go first or do you want to go?
I don't know.
Let me tell you what I think.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, go ahead.
Really?
You go first this time.
Okay. I love it with the chocolate. I thought that was fascinating. It really actually, of all the things that brought out the flavor of the wine, I would say the chocolate did that the most. Whereas all the other things brought out a little bit of the tartness, the acidity, you know, I guess some of the tannins you could say. Whereas for me, from a flavorful standpoint, the chocolate is the thing that did the most. And you disagree?
No, actually, I was a little concerned about after, you know, your, ooh, it's amazing. But I was thinking when I tried it that it brought out more of like berry flavor. Like so when you said the flavor of the wine, I think that's what I was getting into. I don't think I'm really good at naming sometimes what I'm tasting, but
right, yeah. I mean, this has a particular blackberry and eggplant. No, I'm just making
it's,
that up.
I was like, you don't even eat eggplant.
I
Like,
have no idea.
who eats eggplant?
I don't know what eggplant
And please
is.
don't pair eggplant with
No.
wine. Like, don't
Terrible idea.
pair it with anything. Just avoid eggplant.
Eggplant is right out.
It's like, but I thought it made it more. Agreed. I mean, I was thinking berry fruit kind of thing, but whatever the flavor is, I thought it brought out more of the flavor. Like, yeah, that was interesting.
More than anything else that we've done. I very much agree.
So I'll finish it.
Very well. There you go. Absolutely.
Try it one more time.
4 bites later. There you go. Just three. Excellent.
Try it again.
So K Syrah, you're going to be able to find. Again, we got this one at Costco. K Ventners is pretty easy to find, at least in Washington. If you are farther away than that, you're gonna be challenged. You're gonna be able to find some of the mass-produced stuff, Chateau Ste. Michelle, which does great stuff. You'll find a few others, but I would say if you are one of those that is looking for something distinctive to Washington, I'd go Cab Franc because that's one of my favorites. For Washington as well. But if you're really going for the Washington distinctive wine, I think you go Syrah. And there's plenty of good stuff out there. Experiment a little bit. Find something that's more than 10. $10 Syrah is going to be okay, but if you can get 15, 18, 19 even.
Yeah. Did you tell the price point on this one, or
I did not.
Have you been doing that?
I have been, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What is this one?
This one was in that range. It was in the mid-teens, I think, if I remember correctly. So, yeah.
Which again, is usually if people ask for a wine recommendation that they want to give to somebody.
Yeah.
Not just, what can I drink on Tuesday night? But like, I get a little text, like, I need a wine recommendation. Most people want to be 20 or under, right? That $15, 20 range.
But that difference between a $17, $18 bottle of wine versus a $12 bottle of wine.
It's huge.
It really makes a difference.
It's worth the
$7,
$8 or whatever.
It's worth it.
It's not going to be the best, wine out there, but that's not usually what.
But we'll try that later.
Will we?
Absolutely.
No, this one's nice. It's a nice wine. Yeah.
Yep. Pretty simple. Good entry level Syrah. A chance to try out what Washington does best. There
Yes.
you go.
I like this. Syrahs.
A little punny, but
I know. I was like, stop before I start, going into some K Syrah thing, and like, because I'm gonna start singing and
that'll happen.
Yeah.
No one wants that. No, we all do. It's all good.
It was
Perfect.
good.
Thanks so much for watching. Anything else you want to share?
No. Why are we?
Well,
do we
on
have
that
extra
note,
time or
I don't-
something? I don't know. Thanks, guys.
We'll see you next time.